Hello everyone, and welcome back to part 7 on how to create a Friday Night Funkin game in Roblox. In this tutorial, we're gonna be doing some progress in this game. So what we're gonna start with is seeing the progress that we made so far. So I remember we added a really nice play screen, which is this one, and it looks really nice. And we added some basic match system, which needs a lot of improvements, which we will do right now. So what we're going to be doing is, inside of your player added event, in here you want to create a character added event. So by the way, I am on the main_server script. So in here you want to do plr.character added connect function local is in game is equal to instance.new boo value, comma, char character, or let's put character instead. And in here you want to put character, and what we're going to be doing is in game dot name is equal to is in game. Make sure it's all capitals. So I is capital, I capital, G capital. So we have that done. Now if you go ahead and play the game, we should see a boo value inside of our player object, and it should be set to false by default. Alright, so we have that done. And also I would like to point out that it's better to put to make its value false before we play the game. So is in game dot value is equal to false. And what we're going to be doing is, when they press a button, when they hold E in here, we want the value to be true. So character dot is in game dot value is equal to true. And now if you go ahead and play the game, it should change the value of that to true. So if you go ahead and look at your player object and you hold in here, that value is set to true. Now what we're going to be doing is making it so that when they leave, that value is going to change back to false. So in here, what you want to do is put player dot character dot is in game dot value is equal to false. And what we're going to be doing is, in here we will create a object value. So local stadium is equal to instance.new object value, and we're going to parent it to the player, and stadium dot value is equal to nil, and stadium dot name is equal to stadium. And what we're going to do is, when they join inside of the battle script, we're going to do player dot stadium dot value is equal to script dot parent. And then if you go ahead and play the game now, it should change that stadium value to the stadium. So if we go ahead and hold E on this thing, as you can see, the value is set to the name of the thing. But we still gotta make it so that when they leave, the value is becomes false. So what we're gonna be doing is, inside of your leave function right here, we're gonna do player.stadium dot value is equal to false. Alright, so we're done with that. What we're gonna be doing now is basically just adding a song choosing system. So inside of your start GUI, inside of the main client, in here we're gonna choose a random song. So remove this song variable, and what we're gonna be doing is, instead of having that song variable, which is right here, what we're gonna do is having a variable set to nil. So local song is equal to nil. And if you scroll down in here, we're gonna do song is equal to. So what I'm gonna be doing is making it so that it chooses a random song and then playing it. So I'm firstly going to make sure that this song is not playing, and then what I'm gonna be doing is song is equal to game dot replicated storage dot songs colon get children. Or I think if we go ahead and just do, yes, I think if you go ahead and just do square brackets and math.random from 1 to hashtag songs to hashtag game.replicated storage.songs colon get children, and that should choose the random song. So song colon play, or before we do that, we're gonna set the script.parent.main .main.game status.text is equal to chosen song space dot song dot name. And what we're gonna be doing is, in here we're gonna set song to nil, and I think that should be it. Yes. So we're gonna do song.name and wait 3 seconds, and then we're gonna play this, and let's try this out. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm firstly going to change the volume of the song to 0.5 and play the game, and have my volume all the way up to see if we can hear it. So if you go ahead and do this, waiting for another player, and I forgot to test it with 2 players, but that's not a problem because we will fix this right now by just going to test start. Not 1 player, I wanted 2 players. So let's just change that really quick, 2 players, and see how that goes. So if you go ahead and play the game now, we're gonna see if this works. So let's hit play here and play here, and we'll go ahead and press E on this, and let's put this right next to each other. Let's close all the tabs, and I'm going to hold E on the other thing, and it should say the chosen song. but it didn't, because I think 1 is not a valid member of alright, so we have a little problem here, which we will fix right now. So to fix this, what we're gonna do is what we're gonna do is we will change this in here to game.applicated storage.songs can't get children, and then we're gonna do all of that. So if you go ahead and play the game now, it should work. I think so. The thing I don't like about making a game that requires 2 players is how long it takes to test the game. It just takes way too long. So let's go ahead and start playing right here and start playing the other place. And it does not say anything because we might have gotten an error. Set score, reset button, registered by the core scripts. That's weird. I think it's just a Roblox Studio error. Or let's put a wait. Let's put a wait like 3 seconds or something. And that should be working just fine. So if you go ahead and press play here, and we can't reset our character, which is good, which means this is fixed. And play from here. If we go to here, waiting for another player, which is good. And if we go ahead and play right here, it's choose the song, and it starts playing it, which is exactly what we want. And I don't want to get copyrighted, so I'm going to end that really quick. And what I'm gonna do is make it so that when they press leave, yes, I think we already set song to nil, and or maybe you're gonna do song colon stop and then do that. So let's check if song is not equal to nil, then we're gonna stop the song and set it to nil, else song is equal to nil. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna be making it so that the song ends, and to do that I think we're gonna start by entering the script again, and again, to do this I think we use sound.ended, so we're gonna do that right now. Instead of having a repeat wait song, the difficulty the value until finish is equal to 0. Alright, so song, or I think in here I'm gonna do song dot ended connect function, and we'll do finished is equal to true. And if you go ahead and play the game now, it should work. So let's test the game with 2 players, and I'm going to make sure to mute so I don't get copyrighted, because it happened to me many times before in my most viewed videos, and I definitely don't want that to happen again. So I'm just going to place this right here, and play, and make sure to mute. And we're gonna go right here and go here, chasing lights, and we're gonna wait for the song to finish and see what happens. I'll be back when it finishes. Alright, so I ended the song from here, and as you can see it works. It ended it from here, but it's not ended from here because I ended it from the client, so that's really good, so I don't have to wait for it to end. So in the next tutorial we're gonna make it so that there's a score system. And yeah, I think this is going to be it for today's tutorial. If this helped, make sure to subscribe, like the video, share it with your friends, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!